Poignant! Good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, just by way of an update on employment opportunities in Australia and New Zealand, listen, guys, you have to do your own research, your own homework. There are no guarantees. I'm just putting this out there because a lot of people aren't aware that there are some substantial employment opportunities in Australia and New Zealand, which are traditionally the hardest countries to actually get permanent residence in. So this is just an opportunity, okay? We now live in a global economy where countries often source skills and workforces from all over the world to fill gaps in the economy that may be lacking locally. South Africans have a reputation for being some of the hardest workers in the world, with research in 2018 showing that our skilled workers are used to putting in 43 hours plus work weeks on the regular basis. This makes South African workers some of the most sought after by companies and shoo-ins for the many skilled visas on offer from countries like Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. Statistics provided to Business Tech by Stats NZ show that 2,953 South Africans entered New Zealand on a work visa in 2018. Now that's a substantial number of people, you've got to admit. And there is a large community of South Africans, expat South Africans now living in places like Auckland. And they've even got South African shops there, where you can buy biltong and boerewors and Omar rusks and all this sort of stuff. The skill stream is by far the most popular way for South Africans to move to Australia, with a total of 4,419 South African applicants on this visa type in 2016-2017. In New Zealand, approximately 7,900 South Africans made the move to the island nation between 2017 and 2018. And the UK is also a net beneficiary of South African skills, adding approximately 7,300 South Africans at last reporting, which is in 2017. Here are the jobs that feature on the skills list of Australia, New Zealand, and the UK, which will help South Africans land jobs in these countries. Let's look at the UK first. To combat a so-called Brexodus, the departure of talented professionals or companies leaving the UK due to Brexit, the UK's Migration Advisory Committee, or MAC, has updated its recommended shortage occupation list, or SOL, adding new occupations to the list and expanding current jobs to include all roles within that occupation. The new list would include nearly 10% of jobs in the UK labour market, compared with 1% under the current list. Some of the most notable jobs on the revised recommended SOL list include civil engineers, mechanical engineers, IT business analysts, architects and system designers, medical practitioners, nurses, teachers, graphic designers, web design and development professionals, programmers and software development professionals, dancers and choreographers. There you go, that's a new one. And chefs. So those are the occupations there's a shortage of in the UK. Let's look at Australia. Australia has undergone a number of visa reforms over the last year in a bid to curb high immigration levels. This includes reducing the number of jobs that would be eligible for a temporary visa by over 200 occupations and a possible ban on immigrants moving to Sydney and Melbourne. Immigration consultants Sable International said that while cities like Sydney, Melbourne and Perth continue to become more developed, rural areas in regional Australia are slowly but surely becoming more urban. In both the big cities and regional territories, the key skills of trade workers are needed to keep this development going. The current supply of trade workers is simply not satisfying the demand in Australia, which is why occupations like bricklayers, building inspectors, plumbers and electricians continue to feature in Australia's list of eligible skilled occupations. However, they are not the only jobs in demand, and the Australian Department of Home Affairs keeps a detailed list of these occupations, as well as a visa that you need to apply. And I'll actually put a link to that below this video. These jobs include chef, civil engineer, early childhood or pre-primary school teacher, electrician, general, ICT business analyst, landscape architect, life scientist, general, locksmith, management consultant, occupational therapist, panel beater, registered nurse, software engineer, telecommunications engineer, zoologist. And let's look at New Zealand. And I'll also put their link down below as well. New Zealand has published its updated Essential Skills in Demand, or ESID lists for 2019, highlighting the jobs that foreigners could help. The country currently has 3 different lists, long-term, immediate and regional, that records the skill shortage it faces. If a job is on a list in New Zealand, businesses can apply for a visa for a qualified worker from overseas. One of the most in-demand skills is teaching, as the country has continued to face a teacher shortage in recent years. New Zealand Immigration said that it is looking for early childhood, primary school and secondary school teachers in all regions. In November 2018, New Zealand Education Minister Chris Hipkins said he would target countries with teaching qualifications that are similar to New Zealand, including the UK, Ireland, Canada, South Africa, Australia and Fiji. Other jobs which feature on the shortage list include clinical psychologist, developer, electrician, engineer, chemical, electrical, mechanical or structural, general practitioner, ICT project manager, physiotherapist, programmer, software engineer and veterinarian. So look, the point is that if you have a skill, and you obviously have the certificates that confirm that skill, there are opportunities to come to Australia and New Zealand. You have to do your own research, guys. I'm not going to do it for you, okay? I get so many emails from people saying, oh, here's my CV, da-da-da-da-da. Look, I'm flat out doing this friggin' job. I'm not going to go running around looking for a job for you. So all I'm doing is alerting people to where the opportunities are, which is part of the whole focus of this channel on YouTube. And you need to do the legwork. You need to look for the jobs. You need to find the right employer. I am not getting involved. Okay, guys, please, just don't waste your time by sending me an email with all your stuff. You've got to do the legwork. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates, and have a great evening. Bye for now.